What's good with y'all, man? It's crunch time. Hit the like if y'all join in, man. And I gotta break this down for y'all real quick. I wanted to tell y'all something about the Lakers and LeBron James, man. I see a lot of people, a lot of fans, a lot of media personalities and analysts now saying that LeBron James should take a third option role backseat to Luka and Austin Reeves. They're saying that now when I said it about a year or two ago. And a big shout out to the homie Ticket because Ticket had just made a video about this just now. I feel like Ticket, a lot of the OGs that I be you know what I'm saying, tapping into, they been saying this as well. You know what I'm saying? Guys like Carcino, guys like you know what I'm saying, just a whole bunch of the OGs that really been trying to let y'all know about this situation, man, have all been saying it. I know for a fact from my standpoint when I said it, they was calling me crazy and why would you have LeBron come off the bench? He's this, and this. Why would you have somebody who's the best playmaker not put the ball in his hands? This is the way how they talk, and they don't look at no other possibility. They don't think that the team can thrive without LeBron James, no matter who's on the team. But you see that is not the case right now. I see a lot of people trying to low-key spin the narrative in LeBron's favor and try to make bad, my phone froze, and try to make it about LeBron James. I see a lot of his fans and groupies, and you know what I'm saying, his just little fanboys trying to spin it and make it about him more so than about the Lakers. Because what they saying is now is they trying to clean it up and say, oh yeah, well LeBron has been trying to take a back seat. He been like, thank God he finally has a team that can do well with him not on the court, and this is what he's been waiting for. I seen somebody earlier on Twitter saying, "Oh, he been trying to get a keys up since he was in Cleveland the second time. He been trying to take a back seat. He been trying and trying. Now he finally has a team. He never had a team this good that can do well without him." But what they don't understand is, and they fail to realize, is that LeBron has never started off the season like this, though. So LeBron has really never started off the season just basically just not playing for the whole first month. That's never happened. So how will we even know if any of his other teams could have done well without him from the jump? And this is why I say the longer that LeBron James plays, the more that it starts to raise questions and expose a little bit of his legacy and things that happened in the past. Because like I said, when has LeBron James started off the first month of the season not playing? For us to even know what team can look good without him. I mean, any other team that he had a superstar or multiple stars on the team would have been able to hold their own in their conference, especially that weak-ass Eastern Conference, at least for the first month. We know this. Now, watch this. Somebody going to say, what about when he lost, or what about when he got hurt, when he hurt his groin the first time he was on the Lakers? Well, he didn't have no superstars on that team. That was a team where he didn't have no superstar. But if you have Luka and Austin Reeves, obviously they're going to have a hot start to the season. I just said this last month before the season started. I said now that LeBron is not going to be playing until November, I said they're going to be hot and rolling. Because Luka Doncic does not need that much help around him to win games. He's that good. He fill up the stat sheet that much. Then you got Austin Reeves, who's going to be averaging more points this season. I said this verbatim. And DeAndre Ayton getting double-doubles. Jackson Hayes, who's an athletic big. He's a lob threat. All type of shit. Y'all don't understand how basketball work, though. So y'all said all these pieces was going to be mid. They was going to be trash. Wasn't going to be good. Y'all said Marcus Smart is a bum. And when the last time he was healthy. Y'all got to remember, all of this shit is documented. That's y'all said. Y'all all said this. Right? But now that you see all of the pieces actually are doing well, now they're changing up and spinning up the narrative, making it seem like now LeBron finally has a good enough team. Like as if he's never had a team that's good or some shit. But like I said, man, I think the Lakers, I even said it before the season. I think the Lakers have enough to go to the finals and actually win a championship. The Los Angeles Lakers have enough to win the NBA championship this season. I said this before the season. It's just a matter of, are they actually going to mesh with everybody on the court? Is LeBron James going to mesh with the team that he has right now, winning games without him? is he going to mesh perfectly to help them to reach their full potential? Because in the recent history on the Lakers, we see the problem with LeBron James has been, or the Lakers has been, is that they'll start the season doing well. They'll start the season probably running through AD when AD was on the team. Start the season running through him. He looking like an MVP candidate. And then what will end up happening is LeBron James will want to get his touches up, his numbers up, his 25, his 27, 7 and 7. He want to get stuff like that to make his averages look nice. And so then that will start to mess with the chemistry of the team every single time. I tell y'all this every single time, year by year. I'm telling y'all, literally narrating what's going to happen with the Lakers, like, goddamn, before the episode start. Just like when you turn on the episode of SpongeBob and the narrator is about to tell you what's about to happen. Every time something happened on the Lakers, I just told y'all that shit was about to happen. Every time. So, but the situation we have right now is this, man. Is that I believe LeBron James, I believe that the Los Angeles Lakers will be geniuses. The Los Angeles Lakers would be the smartest organization in the history of organized sports if they brought LeBron James off the bench. If they brought LeBron off of the bench, that would be the smartest move since they invented the light bulb. If JJ Redick brings LeBron James off of the bench, we had to put him over. He'll be smarter than Thomas Edison, bro. Because the Lakers have a team that is unlike any other team in the league right now, where you literally have somebody that can replicate this franchise player coming off of the bench, literally. And you aren't really losing anything because you see the starting lineup right now that's currently playing it right now are like a top 2 seed in the Western Conference. 2 or 3 seed or whatever it is. So they don't even need that much more help. Really, what the Lakers need right now is some better play coming off of the bench. LeBron James and Luka Doncic play the same exact way. So kind of starting both of them, and what I've even said last season, this is why they lost in the first round last season, is because they both play alike. In the playoffs, right, games are more intense. Like, every possession really matters, man. You don't really have any time for errors and blunders and plays where it's like, oh shit, we'll get it back. Like, nah, man, because then if you wasting possessions on offense and then y'all not getting stops as well on the defensive end, now you got a problem. See, at least with Luka, he's been able to get by his whole career because even though he's a bad defender, he's just gonna trade baskets with you. He'll just get into a shootout with you, knowing that your guy is probably not going to score as many times as me anyway. So we're going to end up on top. See what I'm saying? But when you have somebody disrupting that, it gets different. So with LeBron James out there, it's going to be less ball movement because LeBron James is more comfortable with the ball in his hands, especially when he gets tired down the stretch. This is what happened during them series against the Nuggets when they would be running through AD, and then they'll try to run through LeBron at the end, and he'll be gassed. LeBron James coming off of the bench will also preserve his energy so things like this will not take place. LeBron James coming off of the bench will also preserve his energy so things like this will not take place throughout the game and throughout the course of the season. But here's why LeBron James does not want to come off of the bench, though. It's a lot of reasons why LeBron James does not want to come off of the bench and why his fans don't want him to come off the bench. The main reason why his fans don't want him to come off of the bench is because his fans want him to get a lot more credit if they was to go on to win a championship. They want his stats to be higher than what they would be. They don't want him to win a championship. And this would actually probably help them be much more of a contender if he did, though. But it's like, if LeBron not getting the credit, then they don't want nobody getting it, basically. They'd rather him just mess up the chemistry because his stats will look good, and then they can just say, oh, no, they don't have enough help. Everybody else was just inconsistent. They couldn't keep it up for the whole season. They'd rather that happen because either way, it make LeBron look good. But if they actually played like a healthy team and they won a championship and LeBron numbers wasn't as high as they wanted to be, then they had to, you know, then they can't give him all the credit for that ring. You got to give Luka the ring. And it's sad because they are the only ones that, look at championships like that. Us real basketball fans, we don't even look at rings like that. They the only ones that do that. Like I said, I give Tim. I mean, this is why Tim Duncan is in a lot of people's top 5, because he's understood how to adjust his game when he had young players coming up around him, young stars coming up around him. This is why Kareem is on a lot of people Mount Rushmore, because he was able to take to dial it back and let his team eat, because he started understanding that he's on a team with guys like James Worthy, guys like Magic Johnson, and he just let them get most of the buckets, and he was able to fill in exactly where they needed him to be fit in at. If LeBron James was to do this actually helps his legacy up. See what I'm saying? But it's an ego thing, man. And then once you do that, it changes the GOAT conversation, because now all the championships ain't gonna be on the same type of weight, and then it'll just open up and expose everything else. Now you can't really hold it against Steph Curry for not winning MVP, all the Finals MVPs. Now you can't really hold it against Kobe Bryant for not winning, Finals MVPs when he played with Shaq. You just had to look at just the production and see the ins and outs on what it means to, adjust your game, adapt to who's on your team. Because they say Kobe Bryant was selfish, but he was able to play next to Shaq and without Shaq. So that shows me he actually can play multiple ways. He's actually an unselfish player. See what I'm saying? See, now then we had to really start talking basketball, because the reason why LeBron should come off the bench is for basketball reasons. But a lot of his fans don't really talk ball. They just talk the narratives. Basketball-wise, it would make sense for LeBron to come off the bench, or at least take a third option and play the P.J. Washington role. See, but if you come off of the bench, though, you can still low-key play your own same game. And you probably still get starter minutes. It's just about the chemistry of the team, though. And just understanding that as the OG, you making that sacrifice for the youngins. That make them go harder for you. Then y'all gonna be sharing minutes together. Know what I mean? You can probably come off the bench with you just bring you and Bronny off the bench. That'll probably help Bronny game and all that. You know what I mean? He needs somebody to set him up, make plays for him, kick out to the corner where he's sitting with his feet planted, with his feet nailed to the ground in that corner. And look at Bronny be standing in the corner like he goddamn standing in quicksand. He needs somebody to drive and kick. Throw the alley-oops. You said he is injured, that's why. You talking about LeBron James? Well, if he's injured, that should be more reason to bring him off the bench. Ease him into the rotation. I mean, bro, you got to remember, this man still is about to be 41 years old. It's not even an insult if he comes off the bench. It kind of just look like some smooth, cool, old man type of swag, man. Yeah, we come off the bench, man. You know what I mean? Like, bro, that's cool, bro. Like, I was so pressed for this man. Just look at this man, LeBron, man. Look at his fit, bro. This man want to be young so bad. It's like, no, let me chill, bro. No, this nigga LeBron, man, need to adapt. He need to adopt the OG, the old man swag, man. The old man flow. I'm gonna come off the bench. You young, let you youngins have it. Nah, I mean, I'm gonna get my man's. You know what I'm saying? Get myself warmed up, man. Come through in the Cadillac. You know what I'm saying? Just embrace the old man flow. Still doing it. Nobody's gonna touch your record no time soon, man. Just come in on some cool shit. Know what I mean? Let Luka and them have a team, bro. Goddamn, know what I'm saying? Austin Reeves was cooking up something he never imagined. This nigga, excuse my language, y'all, my bad. This man right here, Austin Reeves looking at it like, bro, I can turn into a superstar now. I can be a all-time great player. Who would have thought that? To all of LeBron fans, now if LeBron start taking up all his touches, then they gonna start calling them inconsistent, overrated, trade value go down, don't get the max contract. That's really what be happening in the league. So I'm just like, bro, because either way, LeBron, you already got everything you wanted, man. You know what I mean? You already got everything you wanted, and they still gonna put him in an All-Star game. He can probably still be All NBA. Just help the team out, bro. Just help the team out. You said, why would he come off of the bench? Well, because you see that the team does not need somebody to disrupt the starting lineup. See, a couple years ago when I said he should come off the bench at that time when they had like AD, D'Lo, and Russ and stuff like that. Well, y'all told me, why would you bring him off the bench? That wouldn't make the team, the team wouldn't be doing well, because why would you bring him off the bench if he's quote unquote the best playmaker, this and that? Well, Luka Doncic is low key better than LeBron James right now. See what I'm saying? And they play the same position. They play the same position. Somebody said he doesn't need to come off the bench. He's better than anybody at the forward position on the no, but you got to understand the other forwards, and I'm gonna break something down to you called basketball. The other forwards on the team do not play like LeBron James. They play like actual small forwards. So when even though LeBron is listed as small forward, when he's on the court, he's trying to run point guard though. See what I'm saying? If you actually knew how LeBron James played. LeBron James, he's listed as small forward, but he's going to be running a point guard when he's on the court and when he got the ball in his hands. So now that's taking away Luka's game and taking him out of rhythm. But if you start another small forward like Jake LaRavia, who can actually shoot, well, I don't even know who they would start. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying somebody that can be an actual 3-and-D guy, because LeBron is not going to be no 3-and-D guy. He's not going to be a 3-and-D guy. You know what I mean? You say who is realistically better than LeBron all around? Well, here's the thing. So if you do start LeBron James, is he going to play like an all-around player though? Because like I said, when is he actually doing that though? This man loves the ball to be in his hands, and he loves running the show, being the system. He needs to be an off-ball player, but the problem is LeBron. You don't get the best version of LeBron when he's playing like that. He can do it, but he don't do it consistently to where that's one of the best versions of him. If he come off the bench, he can still play his usual game, and I honestly don't see the issue with that though. He's 41 years old, bro. Somebody said, look at the Olympics. He didn't need to score as much, but when he was in the Olympics, he was running the point guard though, bro. Listen, he was running the points. When he was on the Olympics, he was running the point guard. Right? He was running point guard and distributing the ball. The Lakers already have a point guard though, bro. That's what I'm sitting here trying to tell you. Are you listening, man? You know what I'm saying to you, homie? Somebody said, just saying you say he needed to shoot. Oh, yeah, he definitely going to want to shoot. See, because on the Lakers, he wanted that average to be substantial. He knew that he wasn't going to average no 20 on the Olympics, though. Nobody averages 20 on the Olympics. But on the Lakers, he wanted that 25. He wanted that 25. Oh, he going to get that 25. It was good, Jay. Bron don't think he finna retire like Larry Bird. Or you don't think he finna retire like Larry Bird with that sciatica? Hey, appreciate the Dolphins, man. Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know, man. It's one of them things that you sit here and look at the situation, bro. LeBron does not want to come off of that bench. Just like how they forced Melo and Russell Westbrook and all these guys to start coming off of the bench for no reason, randomly, because it was quote unquote better for the team. You know, y'all now remember now, y'all are the ones. Y'all are the ones who said it. Right? Y'all are the ones who said if you don't want to come off of the bench to help your team out, then you are a team cancer and you don't care about winning. You are a narcissist. You are egotistical. This is what you guys said. When I was asking y'all, you know, why do you, I mean, this before I had a channel. Yeah, I mean, why do you want Melo to come off the bench so bad? Oh, you know, he's not a winner, man. You know, he got to come off the bench. It's better for the team. You know, why do you want Russ to come off the bench? He was averaging triple-double. You know, it's better for the team. Him and LeBron play the same way. Why would you have them both on the court? Yeah, they play the same way. Right? You said how much was Melo averaging? Melo was averaging 24 points a game. Thank you very much, Nick. Hold on. I'm going to look it up right now. So, because he won't play the numbers game with me. The man won't play the numbers game with me, man. So, Carmelo was averaging 23 points a game. He was averaging 23 points a game in New York. And then when he went to OKC, they asked him to come off the bench. Just like how LeBron, I'll look it up right now. Just like how LeBron was averaging 24 points a game. See what I'm saying? So obviously, yeah, you can be a player that can still put up the numbers, but it's about the dynamic of the team that you on, though, and what's going to be better for the team. Somebody said not nearly the playmaker or defender, but listen what I'm sitting here saying to you. I'm going to break something down for you, Dion, something called basketball. One of the reasons why they wanted Melo to come off of the bench is because the Thunder already had Paul George. So they like, shit, we got Paul George. That's our wing scorer right there. So I'm saying, so he kind of does the same thing you do, but you're a little bit older, so you should come off the bench. Because they already had another star in Russ to do something else, to play a different style. The Lakers, with LeBron James, yes, he's a better playmaker than Melo was, but bro, they have, this is the opposite, because they have somebody on the Lakers that plays just like LeBron. Somebody said, so Paul George was better than Melo. I think at that time, Paul George was better than Melo. There's nothing wrong with that. I think at that time, he was better than Melo. But like I said, so right now, the Lakers already have Luka, who plays the same way that LeBron plays. So how they wanted Melo to come off the bench because of Paul George, you kind of, like, it would make sense for LeBron to come off the bench for Luka Doncic. Because then you also, because the reason why is because you're not going to be lacking in scoring, because Austin Reeves, you already got Austin Reeves playing a shooting guard, and he can get you another 25 any given night. So it's like, this is all you need when you're putting together a team. It's not about putting as many scores as you can in the starting lineup. See, now when you have LeBron, if you had LeBron coming off of the bench, he actually can run the second unit. He can run the offense for the second unit. So the bench guys that's coming in can be led by LeBron James. He'll be the sixth man of the year. This will add to his legacy, another accolade. He would actually help the bench score, and you know, that she would actually help Bronny play better. Somebody in the comments said his ego won't allow him. But if that's the case, if his ego won't allow him, then we should cook him like how we did everybody else. And push him out the league how we did everybody else, right? Now, I ain't trying to... See, I'm somebody that believe as long as you can hoop, you should still play. I think LeBron should play as long as he actually still can play, for real. I'm not trying to force him out the league, but if y'all saying his ego is going to be in the way, shouldn't that mean that, you know, they should push him out of the league like how they push Melo out the league, how they trying to push Russell Westbrook out the league? Because they said that those guys' egos was the reason why they didn't want to come off the bench. And then after that, you know, their reputation was just ruined. You know, said they was a team cancer and nobody should ever want them. Overrated, losers, don't care about the team. Their ego wasn't letting them accept their role. This is what they said about these guys. So if y'all saying this about LeBron, because obviously we see that the team doesn't need LeBron in the starting lineup at 41 years old. And it's crazy because I see some LeBron fans that agree. I see some LeBron fans that say like, oh, y'all think it's an insult for a 41-year-old to come off of the bench. There's nothing wrong with that. That would help the team out and da-da-da. This is what some of his actual groupie fanboys, feminized boys are saying. So some of y'all, now it's going to be conflict within the LBJ community. The LGBT. The LBJQ community. Oh my gosh. It's gonna be tension within the LBJQ community, man. Because some people look at it as a good thing, some people look at it as a bad thing. I listen, man. I think LeBron James' plan backfired. I think that he thought they were gonna be losing without him, and he was gonna come back and save the day. So it's a lot of pressure on LeBron James. LeBron is backed into a corner right now. It's a lot of pressure on LeBron James' career now because we got to see what is going to happen to the team when he comes back. I'm not a LeBron fan. I don't want to see a sad ending. I don't want to see a sad ending either. I actually don't. And I really think that, like I said, man, anytime that if you can still play, I feel as though you should play until you can't play anymore, man. Because I don't want anybody to get older and then look back and say, man, I wish I would have kept playing. I could have still played. And that's the same thing that I do. That's why I still play basketball now as much as I can. I mean, I got injured now, but I just never wanted to look back and say, man, I wish I had just kept playing. So as long as you can play, man, I feel like you can play. But it's just about one of them things where do you want to win a championship, though? Now, if he starts, though, I think he should just take a third option role. I think he should just take a third option role, man, back seat. Because even on that type of role, he can still average 20. But now you got 3 20-point per game scores. And then now that's going to be a championship team. See what I'm saying? Versus if you really just trying to get, a lot of ISO buckets. If you trying to close a lot of the games out. You trying to take a lot of the shots for the team. Like overly trying to. That's literally going to be detrimental to the team. What y'all got to remember is in this league, bro, you really don't need that many superstars anymore. A lot of the championship teams are going back towards organic teams. And what that means is with Luka Doncic running the offense or running the team, that's the only superstar that you really need for real. So anybody else that's a superstar or a star on a team should take a lesser role, if that makes sense. As long as everybody playing a role, if you got somebody like Luka, you can literally go to the finals. We seen it on Dallas.